Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada, joined by Jimbo. How are you? Look at you.
Oh, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to talk to you. It's unfortunate that I'm talking to you because you were eliminated in the last episode. How was the experience on the show overall?
The experience has been an absolute dream come true. It's been a long time dream to be on Drag Race. And when I heard that we were doing a Canadian version, I knew immediately I had to try to be on that show. And being on the show and the reception I've gotten and all the fans and the love has just been so overwhelming and inspiring.
Yeah, it's one thing to live through the show and go through it all, but then months later, watch the show and relive it with everybody else and experience it with them. So, how was it like then for you to relive it?
Yeah, it was so fun. In the moment, you don't have a lot of time to process or to make memories like you usually do, where you speak about your experience and you relay that experience. And so everything's happening really quickly. You don't digest it, and then you go away. And so it's all kind of a big surprise. There are moments that I remembered, and of course, there's lots of it I remember, but so much of it was a huge surprise and made me laugh, and it was just an absolute joy to watch.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you have just some of the most like iconic looks that this show, I guess, has ever seen since it is season one. But in general, for you personally, I'd love to know what was your favorite look that you did?
It's hard to pick a favorite look. There's different looks for favorites for different reasons. Like the hair look, I loved for how I felt in it. I loved whipping all that hair around. I loved showing off my body, yaddy, yaddy. And, I loved the denim look, how powerful I felt, representing, Lee Bowery and Club Kids and RuPaul's Face Kini. There was so many references there but with my own take on it, I really loved the response from that. And of course, my winning Celine look here. That was me, my best clown attempt at serving some fashion and some drama. And I was so happy that it went off and was well received.
Yeah, something that I love so much about this past episode is that you guys got to look at a photo of yourself when you were younger and like kind of take a little trip down memory lane. So I want to bring it back a little bit. I want to know a little bit more about like your journey and how you discovered your love for drag, and specifically like the clown look.
Sure. Yeah, so as a young boy, my mom put my makeup on when I was about 5 years old, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, wow, mommy, I'm so pretty. And, I kind of fell in love with beauty, and my mom was, she really is a glamorous woman. She loved her outfits, her long nails, and her big breasts, and, she's a hilarious person. And so, all of that infused into me. And my younger years, I would dress up and hide with my brother, and we'd play with femininity. But at that time, it was a really bad taboo thing to be, I was supposed to be masculine. I was supposed to be this boy. My dad hated the idea that my brother and I might be gay, and he was very afraid of that. And so it wasn't until later when I became a clown and I started to perform that I started to infuse my feminine side and allow myself to be beautiful and allow myself to be okay with my feminine side and to celebrate that. And so, yeah, my entrance to drag was really in clowning, but the spirit of drag has always been inside of me.
That's amazing. I feel like that's so inspiring to so many people too, who want to like express themselves in that way. So that's so great.
Thank you.
I love that. How did you feel knowing that Michelle Visage was going to be there to critique you?
That was such a huge surprise. It's sort of, as the Canadian season, the first season, there's certain touchstones from the mothership, RuPaul's Drag Race, that we wanted to infuse into the show. Obviously, RuPaul's messages at the start of each episode were so amazing and incredible to be addressed by our drag mother. And, and then to have Michelle Visage come and judge us and critique us was a legendary rite of passage. And, she was just so beautiful and so cool. And it was really an incredible experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. Was there a specific point in the last episode where you were like, okay, I think this is it. Like, I think I'm going home?
No. No, I didn't. I really didn't think that was it. I thought my look was beautiful. I thought my My track record into the competition up to that point was really good, and that I had a lot that I had brought to the competition, which would have secured my place in the final 3. But things went differently than I anticipated, and I'm okay with that. I won in so many other ways, and I'm just so grateful for the experience.
I'm so glad. Was there anyone who's on the show who may have already been eliminated or who's still on the show right now that surprised you with how well they did in the competition?
Not knowing Rita, like being a drag queen from Victoria, I didn't really know any of the other queens. So they were all a big surprise to me. And Rita was a standout in terms of her sense of style, her execution. Her looks were really inspiring to me, and I thought she was really cool.
Totally. What do you think is the biggest thing that you learned from your entire experience on season 1?
The biggest thing I learned from my experience is that my story and my take on drag and my point of view is something that resonates with people, and that it's something that just in sharing who I am has inspired so many and has allowed people around the world to believe in themselves, to trust themselves, and to be brave enough to show the world more of who they are.
I love that so much. That's so true. You're so beautiful and unique and great, and this is only the start. So I'm excited to see where you go from here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimbo. I really appreciate you chatting today. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.